It is high, it is far, it is gone.
Ahí va, por el left field, olvídala, esa bola cae en la calle. Esa se fue.
Welcome everyone to the Hottest Skeena podcast, episode 38. We are back after a brief absence, I guess, so to speak. It's been pretty quiet in the Yankee off season. So we're back to have a nice discussion. Let's so to speak. I think after a nice little interesting, I should say, an interesting sequence of events going on the other side of town for the Mets, now officially losing Carlos Correa back to the Twins. It kind of sparked Enrique here to tweet at me and Alex, which I could not disagree more with. I did not even agree with it when we were having the live about Aaron Judge, but that's why I called for this episode, because it's about time we lay everything out on the microphone and not on a Twitter rant. So before I get going here, I'm going to let you, Enrique, start it off, because you started this with your little Twitter conversation. So I'm
Did I now?
Start it. And you tweeted at me and Alex, and I'm glad you did it, because I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time. So I'll let you start it off here and take it away with your lovely thoughts. Go ahead.
Thank you, my brother. Hey, what a great day, right? Hasn't this been an awesome day, guys? Like, I feel like, bro, like the stars aligned perfectly today, didn't they? I mean, what happened today in sports? Do y'all know? Because I think something big sports related happened in New York today. I'm not sure. It might have to remind me, folks. You know what I'm saying? What was it again, guys? Oh yeah, that's right. The Mets did a Met. The Mets, as they always do, find a way to Met it up. You know what I'm saying? It never fails. It never fails. Even when things are going good for that franchise, they always, Sean, either in the beginning or at the very end, i.e. the wild card game last year, they mess it up. They never live up to the hype. And then in the meantime, you got all these Mets fans, all these troll Met fans, because let all try to be neutral here and not single out every Met fan, because there are some cool Met fans out there that don't like to troll, that don't like to poke the bear, as in poke Big Brother, which we are Big Brother. We will be Big Brother until y'all have sustained success like we have, but at least have some sustained success. You know what I'm saying? Win a championship. How about that? Win your first championship since the 80s, and then come talk BS to us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like every time they get even a little good or get a little taste of success, they love to come and target us. The trolls do. Not every Met fan, like I said, but the trolls, they love to target us Yankee fans. They loved to target us that day that supposedly they got Correa, and you saw it all over social media, them trolling, talking about, oh, isn't that cute? You guys are announcing Aaron Judge as your captain, while we got Carlos Correa, and they were trolling us about that. And it's like, okay, like, why can't y'all just be happy that you got Correa? Like, why does this have to be like and it always is, and both of y'all can't deny it. It always is this petty competition where they always feel the need that whenever they do anything, they got to come at us and be like, haha, and it's like, why can't y'all do you? We do us. You're in the National League. We're in the American League. You guys are inferior to us historically. Yeah, you can make the argument, and you guys did that day on the live, that they've gotten better. And on paper, and yes, I will say it again, on paper, they might look a little better than us, because they don't have that gaping hole at left field than we do. And I know we're going to get into that later, Sean. They don't have that gaping hole in left field. They don't have a Josh Donaldson playing third base. Even without getting Correa, they have Beatty, who's a really good young prospect. I give them props for Beatty. Had him in fantasy last year when I beat Alex in the fantasy baseball championship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Alex, I had to throw it out there, brother. And he's good. And then the catcher that they have is really good too. So they got their thing going on there. But I mean, let's be real. It's on paper. On paper, they're quote unquote better in the eyes of you guys. But honestly, I don't see it, bro. I still maintain that the loss of DeGrom, getting a 40-year-old Justin Verlander, depending on Max Scherzer to repeat what he's done historically when he's only getting a year older. You know what I'm saying? It's bro, you don't have young guys. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, and you can look this up, Sean, because I don't have my computer in front of me. But how young is DeGrom compared to both of those guys?
I think he's 35 now. If I'm
So
not...
you see, younger. Yeah, maybe more injury prone, but
brittle.
Yes. And who won the Cy Young?
But when he's on the field,
I can't wait for this.
But when he's on the field, he's the best pitcher in baseball, bro. How long did we go and have the argument right here in New York with Met fans about Cole and DeGrom, that the two best pitchers in baseball were Cole and DeGrom when Cole was doing his thing pre getting busted for spider tack? You know what I'm saying? It was a topic. It was a discussion. You lose a guy like that to the Texas Rangers, that's a blow. If, Verlander comes and is what he's been, especially what he was last year, great. You didn't drop off anything. But remember, he's entering his age 40 season or age 41. You don't know if he's going to be available, bro. The older you get, Alex, me and you know this. We're older than Sean. You know what I'm saying? Sean doesn't know about aging yet. He's still in his 20s. You and me both know what it's like to age, bro. The older
I'm aging gracefully, man. I feel good.
Yeah, but you know we ain't in our 20s anymore, bro. It's not the same. The older you get, the more prone you are to get injured, especially playing a sport for 160 some odd games that these guys do, or starting every fifth day. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, bro, on paper, they're fine. Are they better than the Yankees? I don't think they are. I just didn't like that, and I've never liked it, to be honest, that they couldn't just, Mets fans, I'm not going to single y'all out by name, but y'all know who you are, okay? Y'all got real cocky. And started coming at Yankee fans, and trolling and making it a thing where, you guys felt the need to come at us because you signed Carlos Correa and you signed them the same day that we held the press conference for Aaron Judge. Why couldn't y'all just be happy for your own thing? And why did we have to start this narrative again that seems to go on every year of what town it is? If it's a Met town, if it's a Yankee town, which, again, and I know y'all agree with me, it's a freaking Yankee town. Any Met fan that says otherwise, they're delusional. You know what I'm saying? They're delusional. And the Yankees, not only is it a Yankee town, but the Yankees are the more recognizable brand worldwide. So y'all need to get off your horse, okay? And y'all need to slow your roll. And I feel like today was a great day because today was a nice, good reality check for Mets fans. Because, like I said, the Mets, like they always do, find a way to mess things up. They always do, whether it's in the beginning or whether it's at the very end. They always mess it up. Even that one year that they made it to the World Series, what happened, Sean? That's right. They got beat by the Royals. You know what I'm saying? So they never finish the job, and they always find a way to screw things up, even when they're at their best. And by the way, before I hand it off to y'all, kudos to, and I will single him out because he's a friend of the podcast and he's been on with us in the past. Kudos to Keith McPherson for singling out and trolling Mets fans on social media today. That was awesome. Good for you, Keith. I love it, bro. Keep it up. And I can't wait to listen to your show tonight and hear you give it to those Met fans, man.
now that you've had your nice little 8 to 9 minutes, I will now I'm gonna take my time with this one because keeping it to the Mets conversation. Mets fans are gonna be, Met fans, and they're gonna say what they're gonna say. You out here come in and say you start off this whole thing saying, "Oh, it's a good day. The Mets are now, oh look, they lose out on Correa." But you were just talking about how come the Yankees and Mets, how come it always has to be a Met town or a Yankee town, or how come it always has to be that way? But yeah, here you are making sure that the Mets, you kick them while they're down. And so I don't even know what to say to that. But first of all, regarding DeGrom, right? DeGrom is 35 years old and hasn't had a full season since 2019. Yes, you lose out on DeGrom, but you replace him with someone just as good for 2023. Yeah, I get it. He's 40 years old, sure. But did he not just win a Cy Young at 39? Hasn't he shown his entire career that he is one of the best top 3 pitchers in baseball?
And absolutely owns the Yankees every single fucking time he pitches against them.
Exactly. So you are coming in here and you're talking like Verlander's like washed up news as if he hasn't done anything. But he's won now 2 World Series rings. And yeah, you are though, but you're coming in here saying, "Oh, DeGrom's gone," and what do they got? A 40-year-old pitcher?
That's all I'm saying. That he's 40.
Yeah, okay. But look
But
what
a
he
horse, a 40-year-old horse,
Yeah.
over a 35-year-old guy with a broken leg every single year. You know what you do with horses that break their legs? You put them down. You get rid of them. You let them walk, which is exactly what the Mets did.
Yep. Why would you sign a guy that's barely on the field or you don't know when he's going to be on the field for 5,180? You let that pass. Let Texas deal with that. But you get a short term. First of all, you also get Senga, which Senga's going to be fantastic. And even if he's not fantastic, he's still going to be a mid threes guy. And they got Quintana, a huge innings eater.
You think their rotation is better than ours, Sean?
No.
No.
It's close.
That doesn't
but
matter
not.
though. But it's close.
Okay, great. I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Even better. Oh, here we go.
Let's go right to the lineup, right? Let's go right to the lineup. I want to ask you because this, and I'm gonna zoom in closer here. Who would you rather have in the lineup, the Mets lineup or the Yankees one right now?
First of all, we were talking about the rotation, not the.
Forget the rotation. They're close. They're close. They're very close.
What do you got?
Not far superior the Yankees rotation, and
they're very close.
Crap. No way. Okay, first of all, you're talking about a bunch of on paper things, right? Right?
Exactly.
On paper was great for 2 years. Well, if he was very iffy with Chicago for the majority, had one good year with Chicago and had a really good year with San Francisco. On paper, it looks fantastic. Montas, coming in for a first full year as a Yankee, on paper looks decent. Nestor having one good year as a starter, on paper.
Trade him right now if you can.
Severino going into
never.
Severino and Cole, I will give to you. They've earned it as a Yankee. They've earned their pinstripes that I can trust them in a playoff moment.
And Cole is much younger than those two guys at the top of the Mets rotation. Yeah, much younger.
Sure. Okay, if you're talking aces, sure, I would love to have Cole over both of them. Absolutely, that's one guy.
But he's 40. If the Mets signed him a few years back when he was 37, I'd be like, holy crap, the Mets got a good one. Because I even wanted the Yankees to get him a few years back.
No, but again, the Yankees only had a chance to sign him last season, coming off Tommy John surgery. Coming off Tommy John surgery is the only chance the Yankees had to signing Verlander. They signed him. He went back to Houston and won the freaking Cy Young.
I remember that, and I wanted them to get him. But again, he wasn't going to be 40.
Okay, but we're talking about
he's 39.
He's 39. Ooh. So now all of a sudden he just had Tommy John. You're supposed to be at full strength from Tommy John 2 years removed from the surgery, not one.
Exactly.
1 year removed from the surgery, he just won the freaking Cy Young. Who says?
And a World Series.
Who says? And dominated the Yankees.
And know they do funny stuff over there in Houston, so you don't know how much of that.
He's a Hall of Fame pitcher before he ever stepped foot in Houston.
But
I know he's a Hall of Famer.
I know he was great. He was
Talent.
great when he was in Detroit.
Talent
I know.
will win every single time, except for Father Time, like you said. Father Time ain't here yet. Obviously.
Exactly. All right, so-
40 years old, bro. Yes, he is. He's
Okay,
knocking.
okay.
He
He's
just won a
knocking,
Cy
bro.
Young 4 months ago.
Bro.
You telling me Father Time is
Bro,
that fast?
the way you're talking,
fast.
like last year at this time, the Yankees were interested in getting him at 39, and every Yankee fan on planet Earth was talking about, I hope we get him. Because, I hope, who knows who we really got in him? Who knows if he's the same guy?
But
But
you know why? But you know why? Because we wanted him as a number 2 behind Cole. We weren't getting him as an ace like the Mets are getting him. The Mets are getting him as a replacement for DeGrom.
Yeah, exactly. Because
come on, bro.
Who opened up?
All right.
Who was opening day starter last year? Oh, it was Max Scherzer. Why? Because DeGrom didn't pitch until fucking September. That's why.
Hey, bro.
Exactly.
Recuerda que no decimos malas palabras aquí.
Esto para los adultos. This is big boy talk. Let's talk big boy stuff.
That's right. This is exactly why I wanted to do this. Because, and now this is where I get into your tweets here. Because we're going to go right into what you said on going with the live, right? First of all, let's talk about your word crowning, right? Said we were crowning the Mets. Let me ask you before we even get started. Now that the Correa is not on the Mets anymore, going back to the Twins, are the Mets a better team than they were last year?
I mean, difficult to say, bro. Difficult to say. It's hard to say because, again, you replaced arguably the best pitcher in baseball with a 40-year-old, albeit Cy Young Award winner. I get it, but he's going to be 40. You have Max Scherzer, who's going to be a year older. You don't know what Senga's going to be in the major in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Quintana, all right, good back of the rotation guy. I give it to them. And you got this other guy. What's his name?
Carrasco.
Yeah, Carrasco. Yeah, it was on the tip of my tongue from Cleveland. Yeah, so I mean, first of all, like the old saying goes, pitching wins you championships. That I'm not sold with that rotation. I could be wrong. Senga could turn out to be a beast. Verlander could make me eat my words, and Scherzer could have a great year, and then you have a phenomenal 1-2-3 punch, right? But guess what? Then we go one step further, go into their bullpen. You really think their bullpen's anything to sneeze at? You know what I'm saying? Anything to be scared of, with the exception of Diaz? No, it's crap. Right. Come on, bro. And then you go with what y'all asked me, the lineup. Okay. Without Correa.
Position by position, go.
That's what I'm saying. Without Correa, where did they upgrade in the lineup?
Let's start at catcher. Omar Narvaez or Jose Trevino?
Bro, I'm sorry.
Bat versus glove. Bat versus glove.
Yeah.
Sorry. Listen. Call me a homer, dude. But when you win a platinum glove, that gives you 100% homer. That gives you bragging rights. So I'll take Trevino all day because of what he's meant to that rotation.
Got it.
Okay. I don't even care if you bat him ninth. Literally, what he's meant to that rotation, especially after we had to endure Gary Sanchez before him, bro, night and day.
Don't forget the number 1 prospect in baseball is a catcher that belongs to them, Francisco Alvarez.
Yeah, I mentioned that guy earlier. Okay, all right,
okay,
fine. But until
would you take Trevino over Alvarez?
Yes, for right now, yeah. In the future, maybe not. But for right now, Alvarez is unproven in the major league. So I'll take Trevino.
Where's Trevino? Trevino's a backup. Well, I'll take him right now. Let's go.
All right,
Trevino again, platinum glove. Platinum glove. Remember, only one position wins that, boys. They don't give a platinum glove to each position. You can only have one guy win that award.
First base.
Yes, I will give it to him that he had a great defensive year. Granted, I think it was much more looked at because it was New York and you went from Gary Sanchez to him. So it was much easier to look at for Jose Trevino. Also, him winning Man of the Year definitely made that a lot easier.
And he had a lot of clutch moments at the plate too, dude.
Okay,
Come on, you can't ignore that.
No, and I'm not. I like Jose Trevino. He's a starter for the Yankees, sure, but coming from, he was in Texas as a backup, and he was gonna be our backup. He's a backup guy. He had a great year. Another thing on paper, will he be the same? We saw from August, or really the end of July, all the way to the end, he became
what he truly is.
Potential.
What he truly is.
His hitting was backup potential. He just is a great defender. Okay.
And a great game caller.
Jose Trevino, sure, is better than Omar Narvaez. That's very close. I don't. Okay, let's go to first base. Rizzo or Alonso?
This one's tricky.
This one should take you 2 seconds.
No.
This
Listen.
This should take half a second. Half a second,
bro. No, it will not. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Can I answer? All right. Let me answer. Listen, for me, this one's tricky because I feel talent-wise, and this is where my own logic is going to come back to bite me in the butt. Talent-wise, I feel that Rizzo's the better first baseman, especially defensively. Like, he's head over heels defensively better than Alonso.
Oh, boy.
Now, Alonso is younger than Rizzo. Yes.
And he's better than Rizzo will ever be.
He's younger. No, that's all I'll give him. He's younger and he can rake. But, bro, Rizzo can rake too, and he rakes lefties and righties. You know?
This analysis went 3 minutes way too long.
Alonso or Rizzo?
Oh, my God, bro. You're going to put me on the spot.
Hell, why is this taking more than 3 milliseconds?
I'm sorry.
Alonso is a top 2 first baseman in the league.
I'm sorry. I'm going to take – look, I'll take Rizzo just because, like I said –
all right, that's what I needed. That's what
crazy.
I needed to hear. Okay.
Madness.
Because, like I said, until he shows me that he's slumping at the – listen, can I say one thing and then we move to second base?
Sure.
Until he shows me that he's slumping at the plate and he's just a pure defensive first baseman and he sucks at batting like what we had with Chris Carter, what we had with Greg Bird, even though Greg Bird had his moments, you know what I'm saying? What we had with Lyle Overbay. The list goes on. You know what I'm saying? Until he slumps to that level and he doesn't come up clutch, like he's come up clutch for us so many times, you know, and he's just basically only known for his glove. I'll take Rizzo. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you can't discount the leadership he has, and then the bond he has with Judge. Like, they're the unquestioned leaders of that clubhouse.
Who
you take him away.
About any of this shit?
It matters, dude. Chemistry matters.
Hold on. Let me.
You can't have a sports team that doesn't get along.
Hold on. I just want to make sure that you're saying that you'd rather have a dude that's going to be 34, who just came off a 32 and 75 year, and arguably his worst defensive year as a first baseman, over Pete Alonso, who went 40 and 131 at 28 right now, and who's clearly a top
superstar.
And
right now, yes, I know it might be a controversial take, and y'all will disagree, but I'll take
make sure you said.
We're not talking about controversial takes, but we're talking about baseball.
Hitter versus
baseball take, not a personal take.
Hitter, but
pure
okay.
Baseball. Pure
it's controversial because I know y'all don't agree, and maybe a lot of people that listen to this episode won't agree with me. But like I said,
you might agree with you is my daughter who likes the word Rizzo instead of Alonso. She likes Rizzo, so she likes the word Rizzo. But I don't think she counts as a freaking as a baseball person yet.
I guarantee there's a lot of people out there that give Rizzo his respect, bro. Put some respect on his name.
Respect, I'll give you that one. But he's not better than.
He's a former Gold Glove winner. Remember that.
Former.
When has Pete Alonso won a Gold Glove, bro? Tell me.
Forget about the. When did Pete Alonso break the rookie home run record over Aaron Judge?
Exactly.
Remind me. Yes, he did. 53 home runs as a rookie. Dude.
And I remember during that year, and even a couple years back, we were comparing him to Luke Voigt, and he was basically Luke Voigt 2.0. That's what everybody was calling him.
That was for
they were absolutely wrong, obviously.
He struggled.
Luke doesn't even have a job right now.
First of all, that was because it was the 2020 season, and he struggled in a COVID year, and Voigt had a career year in 50 games. Good for him. But if you go into any of his real seasons, 53 home runs. And he still had 16 in the COVID year, with Voigt having 21. And then in 2021, he had 37 home runs and almost 100 RBIs. And then this year, 40 home runs, 131 RBIs, with a 271 batting average compared to Rizzo's 224, and 32 home runs, 75 RBIs. There's no stat that makes Rizzo better, except maybe defensively, but Alonso isn't bad defensively. But I want to move past first base. Let's go to second base. Let's go with, right now, it seems like Gleyber's still on the team. Gleyber Torres
or Jeff McNeil. This one's easy. I'll take McNeil.
Oh.
That one I'll give to them. Batting champion. Hello, like you'd have to be stupid not to take him. You crazy? I'm not a homer, dude. As much as you guys might think I'm a homer, I'm not a homer. I'm a realist.
You just said 3 times. You might call me a homer, but
yeah, because for you guys, it might be a homer take what I said about Rizzo, but it's not because, like I said, I look at everything. I told you, I look at the defense, I look at the offense, and I look at the leadership qualities that he has on that team. Because again, and I'll say this one thing, and then we continue on second base. You cannot, in any professional sport, you cannot have a rudderless ship, dude. You need a captain. You need leadership. You need someone to steer it. And I'm sorry, but Aaron Boone ain't that guy. Aaron Judge is that guy, and Rizzo is that guy 1B. It's literally Judge and Rizzo, 1A and 1B that run that team.
Okay.
You need that on a team, dude.
Speaking of captaincy, then you could. It's not. The Mets will never have that unless because they haven't had something like that since David Wright. But Lindor is probably their leader, if not Alonso, with them. And that's a good shortstop conversation. Who's better, IKF or Lindor? Let's just get.
Oh my God!
All right.
Yeah, bro. No, oh my God. This one's so hard, bro.
Answer it faster.
All right.
Third base.
So third base. Let's go with now that Correa is not there.
Like, come on, no. I mean, come on, really?
No,
like,
yeah,
the
keep
fact
going.
that y'all even
I have to ask you anything.
Lindor or IKF. It's
after
ridiculous.
that first base take, we have to ask everything, bro.
Yeah,
nah, bro, come on. And like I said, I'll take
position.
McNeil also. I'll take that middle infield that they have all day. McNeil and Lindor all day.
Fantastic. Go to third base. Escobar or
Beatty.
Donaldson.
Well, Beatty and Escobar over Donaldson.
Yeah, Beatty too, but
yeah. Or Escobar,
I'll take Beatty over Donaldson, of course.
I
literally said
Beatty?
that in my beginning rant. Y'all don't remember.
How about Escobar?
Escobar over Donaldson.
I'm not a fan. He's
rather
a backup. Huh?
You'd rather have Donaldson? Escobar.
I mean, power-wise, I'd rather have Donaldson because he could accidentally run into one and hit one a mile. Escobar isn't a power hitter.
But he hit more home runs than Donaldson last season.
But overall, talent-wise, of course, I'll take Escobar over Donaldson.
Okay.
And in my take, you're already putting Escobar and McNeil. How many contact guys are you going to have already? You know what I'm saying? That's already 2 contact guys on the team. You don't need that many. You just need one solid one in front of Judge.
All right, go ahead.
All right,
left field.
Let's go to left field then. And let's go
Marcano.
Who's their left fielder right now? Marcano?
Yeah. Over Hicks.
Bro, again, the most difficult question. Oh my God.
How about this? Or Cabrera. Go. That doesn't make it harder. That doesn't make it harder. So it's an easier question. That's supposed to be easier. Marcano, it's a 300 hitter.
I mean, bro, I told you I want to see what we have in this kid Cabrera.
I know what we have in Canna. A 300 hitter.
Again, would I like him on the Yankees? Sure, but I'm not gonna just discount Cabrera because, like I said, I want to see what we have in that kid, and he was a good hitter. Like he showed he was a good hitter. He showed flashes, dude.
Okay, so you're choosing Oswaldo.
It's up there. It's a toss up. Now if you're asking me Marcano over Aaron Hicks all day, Marcano, of course.
Okay.
But I'm not ready to just give up on Oswaldo Cabrera yet. We've had that discussion, boys, and I told you.
Asking about giving who's better right now at this very moment on paper.
But I'll let that slide. That on paper, Oswaldo is better. I'll let that slide for you.
And younger, like I said, but whatever.
Okay. All right. But Marcano has proven that he was solid in Oakland, and
No, I know. He was one of the reasons Oakland was successful, bro. I know who Marcano is.
Right into
center field.
Yeah, center field. It's not Marte anymore, so let's do Nimmo. Let's do Nimmo and Bader.
This is not close, but go ahead. This is not close, but go ahead. Give it a shot.
Listen. They're basically the same hitter.
Oh, absolutely
okay.
Not.
Yeah, they're both contact guys.
Ow.
They're both contact guys. And Bader he's the better defender, bro.
Who's a better defender?
Bader.
Okay.
Bader's the better defender.
Okay.
Hands down, dude.
Okay, so you would rather have Bader over Nimmo.
It's close, but I take Bader because again, they're both the same guy offensively. and Bader's got the upper hand
Oh, Sean,
defensively.
real quick, put up Bader's numbers in St. Louis, real quick.
Yeah, no, I am.
Okay, so last 3 years of Nimmo, including the COVID season, let's just include it. 280, 292, 274. And last year had his best year with 16 home runs, 64 RBIs.
Yeah, I'm going by what he did with the Yankees. I'm not going by his St. Louis numbers.
No, St. Louis. No, we need to see St. Louis. This is his prime. His prime years so far have been with St. Louis.
He had a great year with the Yankees.
He barely played with the Yankees. He only played in the freaking playoffs.
And he freaking broke out.
Okay, forget about those 10 games that he played. Forget about 10 games. Show me the entire career. There you go, Sean. Thank you.
Hold on.
Because we should expect his career numbers to just again. He already hit his peak, and he's gonna be a free agent next year. So is he gonna get 7 years, $120 million like Nimmo? Because they're the same player. Is that what Harrison Bader should be expecting as a free agent?
I don't know, man.
No, I highly doubt it.
The Bader numbers, right?
I mean, with the contracts that are being given out now, dude, you never know.
Absolutely not. He will not get Nimmo's contract, but keep him moving. Right?
You never know. That's all I'm saying, dude. People are getting ridiculous contracts that don't deserve it.
Yeah, okay. So, Nimmo didn't deserve that, sure, but he deserved something close to it.
Close to it, yeah.
And Bader's not getting anything close to what he got. So I will let that go.
What if he has a great year with the Yankees? Y'all still gonna say that?
Good question. What
on paper? But it's on paper.
No. I that's why I'm saying. What if he does?
Okay, I'm
asking. I'm throwing the hypothetical out there. What if he has a break? What if his breakout postseason run turns into a breakout year?
What do you consider a breakout year? What do you consider a breakout year?
Like you said, he's motivated. He's motivated.
Okay, what do you consider a breakout year for him?
Give me his home run, RBIs, and batting average. Your expectancy. Let's say he play. First of all,
he's never played 160. He's never played 150. He's never played one. He only played 130 once.
Okay, so how many games? Let's say he plays 130 games. Let's say he has his most time on the field this year.
Yeah,
and which is a little bit of a stretch, but he had 217 with us in the double touchdown games he was with us. So let's tell me quick, obviously he had a great postseason. What do you expect from him? Let's say 130 games. How many home runs?
Shane Spencer had a great postseason once too. I remember that.
I get it.
Go ahead.
And that's why I throw the on paper conversation, because you never know what a guy will do.
On paper conversation can go right back at you.
No, I know. I know it can, but that's why I say it, because you never know what a guy can do one way or another. As far as what I'm expecting from him, home run wise, bro.
His career high. Let's just keep it real. Career high is 16 in 2021 in 103 games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not a home run guy, so
that's all he did in the postseason.
Lines, like
that's all he did in the postseason. Hit home runs.
That's fine. So just tell me his breakout year that you're talking about.
Yeah, what is it? What could it be?
Exactly, like I said, exactly what you get from Nimmo, a high batting average, high on base percentage, high steals, because the dude can freaking run, like he's a freaking.
So steals he had was last year.
He's got elite speed on the bases, like bro. But if this dude starts the year and he can show you that he can consistently get on base, are you kidding me? I would love that dude batting in front of Judge. Him first, Judge second. He gets on base consistently, steals a bag or two for you, gets on freaking scoring position for Judge.
But traditionally, it's never been that.
Before we get into the hypotheticals on paper thing we're talking about here, so you said Nimmo last year. That's a breakout year, that's a breakout year for a normal Nimmo. That kind of you just answered your own question. But let's just say he had 16 home runs like Nimmo did last year, something in 60 RBIs like Nimmo did last year. And let's say Bader gets 20 stolen bases like he can average. He's 17, 15.
How many games did Nimmo play, though? Because Nimmo missed some games. I had him in fantasy. He missed
151.
Yeah, he's still 151. He played basically a whole season. 673 plate appearances.
Okay.
Full season.
Yeah.
274 batting average. I would take Nimmo over Bader right now. Granted, I would take Bader's speed.
Compare the OBP. Compare the on-base percentage. You talk about hitting in front of Judge.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
That's what I'm saying. Compare it. Go ahead.
Career 385. Career.
That's yes.
Yeah.
And
Bader has a career
Bader,
317.
317.
Career.
And he had a pretty 304 with St. Louis, 245 on base with the Yankees. And granted, I'm not taking away his postseason. That was a fantastic postseason. But you really
By the way,
saw less than a month of Bader.
I know, bro, but I like what I saw. Just like I'm telling
over.
you that I like what I saw from Cabrera. I like what I saw from Bader.
All right,
And-
so you
and by
have
the way-
Bader at center, right?
And
Bader,
by the way, before we move to right field, because that one should be a freaking
Yeah.
that should be a landslide. You forgot to mention somebody at third base, bro. You only mentioned Donaldson. And this is where it might get more tricky.
LeMahieu.
Yeah, include DJ LeMahieu, bro. And if that's the case, I'll take DJ.
Go ahead. All right.
I'll take DJ.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a fair take.
Let's say okay, DJ LeMahieu. That's why I said I'll let it go for third base because third base is up in the air. Right
Yeah,
field.
I'll take DJ LeMahieu over any of those two guys that you guys mentioned.
Yes,
I agree. I'll take that one, Sean. I agree.
I would take DJ LeMahieu, sure, but okay. So and DJ LeMahieu's definitely been on decline, but that's whatever.
Yeah.
You don't know how much of that has to do with injuries, though, man. It's why I said it's why the whole conversation. It's why I said the whole conversation about on paper because things happen, bro. Things happen.
Sure.
Aging happens. Injuries happen. Things happen.
Sure. Okay.
We're talking about human beings here, boys. We ain't talking about machines. We ain't talking about playing MLB The Show.
Fantastic. You're 100% right there. So right field, Aaron Judge. That's clear, right? Over Starling Marte.
Bro, yeah, it's clear, but we cannot discount what a freaking badass Starling Marte is.
Oh yeah, I love Starling.
He's a fantastic. We're not comparing him to Judge. He's a fantastic player.
He is, but he will not.
Exactly.
We're not comparing. We're talking about he is an asset.
No, I'm not saying to compare. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he is a fantastic player.
He's
an above average outfielder.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. I'm just saying, like, I guarantee you ask any Met fan, dude, and they'll say they'll take Aaron Judge all day, every day over Marte. And like I said, Marte.
Overshadow him. We can't overshadow Marte.
Yes, that's all we're saying.
That's it. We can't overshadow him. He's a great player.
Marte is a fantastic player.
Yes.
But DH, okay. DH, let's say Stanton, right?
I'll take him over Vogelbach all day, every day, and twice on Sunday, bro. He can't run, dude. He has to.
Did you see him hit that triple?
There was literally a caller.
I take offense. to this.
There was literally a caller that called into WFAN today when this whole thing was going on. And they even mentioned this where they're like, we need another bat. I don't want Vogelbach. Vogelbach, every time he gets on first base, we need 4 hits to get him home because he can't run.
Shit, I think homie can move, boy.
Who would you rather have bench right now? Would you rather have the Yankees bench with Aaron Hicks and IKF sitting there? And well, eventually you're gonna have to put Oswald Peraza in there and whatever.
And Volpe if they bring him up.
Well, Volpe will go right into a starter role, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But
but then if he goes into the starter role, who goes to the bench?
Somebody else.
IKF would or Peraza because
one or the other.
Yeah. That's why we'll get into that in a second. But okay, and I'm not gonna take away from the Mets because I love Luis Guillorme. I think he's fantastic. What a great contact
Great
guy.
utility player. Great.
Oh my god, I would. Let me ask you actually, because this is a good question. Would you want Luis Guillorme on your team?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Yeah. Would you want him over Josh Donaldson?
Bro, we already had this discussion the other day, Sean. I'll take any.
Rather him over Donaldson.
Literally.
Okay, would you rather him over Aaron Hicks?
Yeah, but Donaldson definitely.
About that. All right.
No,
would you rather have him over IKF?
Hicks is better than Donaldson.
IKF or Guillorme?
IKF or Guillorme?
Guillorme, but it's a little closer because IKF can still hit. His defense is horrible, but he can still hit for contact.
Guillorme can hit too.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's closer. Because both of them can hit for contact. Just IKF is horrible at defense. He's the most atrocious defender I've ever seen, other than Glaber.
Okay, so you got all that. It seems very 50-50 here, but even I'll just let you answer your own question here. Who would you rather have as in your lineup? Your lineup. You had to choose the Yankees or the Mets lineup. Who you taking? I just want to hear it. Come on,
Yeah, say it.
say
You
it.
don't have to. You don't have to think about it. We know your answer.
You know your
you
answer. Just say it.
Because you can't get away from Judge. You can't get away from him.
I
Judge
no,
and
no
Nestor
way, bro.
have
He's the MVP.
assumed him.
Sure.
All right, but Verlander's a Cy Young.
Yeah.
Judge is younger, bro. Don't go there.
See, I'm actually curious to ask you this, right? Let's say Aaron Judge will still be a Yankee at age 39.
Yeah.
Let's say Aaron Judge at age 39 wins the MVP as a DH, right? Body's not on the line. He's good. He wins MVP somehow, even though it won't happen, but somehow he does it. When he goes into that age 40 season, what do you think he's going to do?
Fall off a cliff.
Let me hear what you have to say.
According to your logic.
Yeah.
According
Let
to
me
your
hear what
logic.
you have to say.
According to
Maybe,
your
bro.
logic.
According to anybody's logic, bro,
Yeah.
40
What do
is
you
like
think?
So he
40
wins the
is the
MVP
danger
at 39. He wins
40
the
is
MVP
the danger
at
zone.
39.
Yo, I'm just gonna leave this here for you guys. And to answer your question, who knows? I can't answer that
Now it's
because
who
you
knows.
never
But
know.
you know what's gonna happen with Verlander, right? You know what's gonna happen?
You
'Cause
don't
you've been
know.
saying-
That's the point. You
No, but
don't
you're
know.
saying
Just
that
like
you
don't
know
what
that
will happen
you
with
know
Judge.
Verlander's gonna be
But
not the same.
I'm saying with Judge's history of 40 home runs, constant up in the air
We're
for
talking
MVP.
9 years from now, dude. You don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen in 9 years. He might
No,
his body
I'm not
might give
talking
out and
that
he might be out
will
of the
do
league
it.
by 9 years. You never
Oh my
know. God
lord.
forbid. I'm knocking on
I'm
freaking
not
wood.
I'm not talking about hype. Like, I'm not talking that it's actually going to happen. I'm asking a hypothetical. Let's
That's a
say
tough
40,
hypothetical, though, Sean.
35 home runs every year until 39 because he's got the power to do it. Let's just say he's a 250 hitter by then, but he still wins MVP at 39. Age 40, what are your projections? Do you think he's back there or you think he's fallen off a cliff?
Again, difficult to say. He might.
So what's gonna happen to Verlander this year?
The body could break down, or
So-
he might still have a productive season. Again,
So what-
40.
so-
Dude,
so
listen.
Verlander
Let me
this
ask
year.
both of y'all.
Yeah.
Seriously. Let me ask both of y'all. And this is
Yeah.
where I'm gonna win this conversation. And I
Sure.
feel like we're going around this
All right.
conversation too much.
Go for it.
Name me
Uh-huh.
at least 5 guys that have been MVP caliber players, or like really, really productive, either MVP, Cy Young, whatever, at age 40 plus. Tell me.
Barry
Because all
Bonds.
you can name is Brady, LeBron. Come
Doesn't
on.
matter. Doesn't matter.
All right, so wait. Because this is the conversation that you think you can win.
Roger
because
Clemens won a
how-
Cy Young at 40, 41, 42.
Exactly. I was about to say that. And how
Clemens was on the juice too, wasn't he? Didn't he admit it?
Never
Didn't
admitted
freaking
it
Garrett
before.
Cole, didn't Garrett Cole cheat? Didn't Verlander
Yeah.
cheat? They're all cheap.
so many things. Like, okay,
Too
first
many
of all,
variables here.
that's a conversation that you would have to give us at least 5 minutes to consider a bunch of players because there are a
Well,
bunch.
I mean, go ahead, bro. Because
Go
like I
right
said, you
to
can't
Chipper Jones won an
name
MVP. He was on the
You
roids.
can't
Go
name many.
right
Cabrera
to-
won an MVP.
Even
He
the
was on the
best
roids.
quarterback, in my opinion,
Bro,
of all time,
bro, now you're
one of the
talking
best
football.
quarterbacks of all
Let's
time,
keep it
Peyton
to
Manning.
baseball.
He
Baseball,
fell
bro.
off.
Keep it to
He
baseball.
fell off
Keep it to
after
baseball.
40.
Baseball.
Okay,
Let's
but
go.
let's just talk 2015, right? From what I remember, I believe from what I remember, and this is not MVP. I'm not saying, even though he,
R.A. Dickey won a Cy Young at 38 or 39.
yeah,
That's not 40.
But-
though. 40 plus. I
Oh
said.
my God, who cares? A year.
I said 40 plus, boys.
okay, but see what you're saying right there. First of all, I think if I remember correctly, Alex Rodriguez at 40 had one of his best years in like 6 years when he
Yeah.
came back from the suspension. He had one of the best years he's had in forever. I think he had 33 home runs. He was incredible, and I think he was 40. But
He was
yes,
on the juice
there's-
too, bro.
oh my, stop.
I'm
cares?
sorry.
Freaking
Listen, I'm
Everybody
one of
was on the
those few
juice.
fans that I don't
Yes.
give credit to guys that juiced up. I'm sorry. I have my firm opinion
you're
on
one of
that
those.
era, and
Oh,
I
you're
don't
one of
give.
those. You tell me Barry Bonds not a Hall of Famer?
Sorry, he juiced,
Like,
bro.
you tell me Roger
Oh,
Clemens not a Hall of Famer?
God.
Mark McGuire's not a Hall of
Sherrod-
Famer. Sammy Sosa's not a Hall of Famer. They're all Hall of Famers. Just a bunch of old idiots don't vote for them.
Because they juiced, bro. They juiced. You know, it's
So
one
did-
thing.
Oh
So
my
did
God, I
Pudge
can't
Rodriguez. So
believe
did
you're
Jeff
one of those.
Bagwell. So
Oh
did
my
Mike
God,
Piazza.
I might have to have a whole
Where are
other
they?
episode on this. Oh,
So
oh
is
my
so did
God.
David Ortiz. Where's he at in the Hall of Fame?
Oh my God.
Put it this way, and I've always said this, and he hated the Yankees, and he couldn't stand us, and said he wouldn't sign with us even if we were the last team on earth. But I'll give Ken Griffey Jr. more credit than any of those guys because he was clean.
He was on the juice too. They
were all on the juice, bro.
Everybody was on the fucking juice.
No, he wasn't. Griffey didn't.
Everybody. Prove it.
Everybody was on the juice, but
everybody was on the juice. Every single freaking one of them. Every one of them.
What you're asking for is very difficult because a lot of players don't play at 40, but there are some. And even those players who still play at 40, who have a dominant 39 season, are still dominant at 40. They don't just go, we're the best of baseball, the number one / number two, Cy Young winner, Justin Verlander, and then go, oh, and crash. That's not going to happen. So that's why
I'm not saying crash, like become. See, maybe this is why you guys aren't like understanding me, and maybe why we're having a little bit of a misunderstanding here. When I say crash, and I'm saying that he's not going to be the same. He's not going to go from being Cy Young Award winner, Justin Verlander, to Andrew Heaney 2.0. That's not. I'm not saying that, but he's not going to be an ace. For all you know, he might drop off and not be ace material. That's all I'm saying.
But what's an ace these days? If you're telling me he has a little bit of a higher ERA, so he goes from a 1.93, I think he had, to a 2.70, which is
what if he has a 3 point something?
So what? That's still ace material these days. Come on.
How many pitchers actually pitch sub 1.75 in 18 wins in a baseball world now where 18 wins is like unheard of.
Right.
Where 1.75 ERA.
So if you go from 1.75 to a 3, we're all going to be that's a failure? No,
3 point something. That's what I'm saying. No. I'm not saying a 3 flat. I'm saying let's just say it's a 3.6. Let's just say.
Let me.
Okay.
This is
it's a great number 2 starter.
Yeah, I would take.
But that's not an ace. That's what I'm saying. That's not an ace anymore. You see
that's
what
why
I'm
you
saying?
That's why you have Max
signed him to be your ace.
That's why you have Max Scherzer.
Yeah, you have 2 guys that could put. First of all, you signed them to short-term deals to become
2-year deal.
It literally squeeze out every last ounce of them because they've proven it with the other teams that they were with. But I just want to ask you this: who's going to have a lower ERA, Nestor Cortez or Justin Verlander?
Oh hell yes, go for it.
Say it, bro.
Say the wrong answer.
Why are y'all messing with Nestor so much, bro? Why? Because y'all know that I'm a fan?
Because he's not going to repeat the same season. It's impossible.
Come on, give it to me.
Nothing is impossible, bro.
Give it to me.
Nothing is impossible.
Give it to me. Say Cortez.
What do you got?
Cortez. Say it.
What's your projections on paper? Let's go.
I can't go projections, but if you want to put me on the spot, bro, there's a higher probability of Nestor doing it because he's younger. Again, younger.
Over Nestor Cortez this year. Likelihood. Over 3.6 or under 3.6. Likelihood.
You do realize that he's
over 3.6 or under 3.6 ERA.
I'd say under for Nestor. Yeah, like I said, you're talking about a dude that's.
I think he'll be over a 3.6 by the All-Star break.
Nah.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on to this one.
Oh, please hold on to that. Please hold on to that comment.
All right, again. Listen, it's impossible
if it's under a freaking 4.5. I'll be shocked if it's under a 4.5.
It's impossible for you boys to ask me what you're asking me because you cannot go on things based on projections because again, you never know what can happen. It's the whole on paper conversation again. You know what I'm saying? But the way I view it is thinking logically and thinking, using your head and using the probability. Again, who's more likely to do it? Nestor, because he's younger and he's on the ascent. Where Verlander is on the descent.
He just had his best season.
He just had a Cy Young. So
40 years old, bro. Again, how much?
No, Nestor just had his best season. He's never gonna have a season like that.
But okay, hold on. So
how young is Nestor Cortez right now, bro? I bet you he's not even 30.
28.
28.
See what I'm saying? He's on the ascent.
He just had his best season.
We're not talking about that. We're talking 2023 season. Who are you saying is having the lower ERA? Who's having the better year? Nestor Cortez, Justin Verlander.
Again, the higher probability is Cortez because he's younger.
Great. Fantastic. If you had to pick for your fantasy team right here, you were the manager for the New York Yankees, general manager. You have Nestor Cortez to your left. You have Justin Verlander to your right. You get the choice. It's your turn. Who you picking?
Who you picking?
2023 season.
I would. Bro, first of all, I would take Nestor.
All
right.
Nestor. All right.
I would take Nestor.
All right.
100%. And because, like I said,
that's why we're not going to win a World Series.
Yes, we will. Because, like I said, he's younger. He's on the ascent. Look, bro. Look.
This is bad, bro.
I could literally come at y'all with a similar take on this, and it'll prove my point. It'll prove my point. Look.
Let's hear your take.
This will prove my point right here. All right.
Go for it.
Okay. Look. Perfect example. And I know what y'all probably going to say. Right now, you're starting a team. Now. You got a chance to get Mike Trout, right? Okay. Arguably the best baseball player in the freaking world.
Correct.
Arguably. Like everybody says it, right?
Sure.
But on the other hand, you got Julio Rodriguez right there. Who the hell you going to get, bro?
Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah, easily.
Thank you, because he's younger and what? On the ascent.
No,
thank you.
Thank you.
That's my point.
Starting a franchise.
He's a franchise player. You're talking about right now at this very moment.
My point. You go for
no, it's not your point. Your point. You're talking about you're talking about a guy who's breaking down year to year.
Exactly.
Breaking down
and
physically
because
year
he's
to year.
Older, bro. That's the point.
Not because he's older. No, he's already breaking down. So you asked me this question.
Age, dude.
Asked me this question 4 years ago. No,
because of his age. Well, 4 years ago, Julio Rodriguez.
No, we're talking about injuries. We're talking about injuries. I'll take Julio Rodriguez over Aaron Judge. Who gives a?
Yeah,
easy. Oh,
21 years old, hitting 28 home runs, and he still missed.
Again, like this is why I say, bro, when you're going and you're starting a franchise, you have to go for youth, bro. You cannot have a franchise filled with a bunch of older dudes because they're going to break down.
Oh no, hold on, no. This is a math problem here. See, you're talking about youth over talent. You're talking about Nestor Cortez, who is a mid pitcher,
bro,
who just had his
best star. My dude.
One moment, he just had his best season. He's never going to even get close to this again. Any logical baseball person will tell you that. Over Justin Verlander, who's a future Hall of Famer, I will take him for one season over 10 years of Cortez.
Alex, just one question. Yes. Bro. If Nestor winds up balling out, can we use what you just said and
I'll give you $1,000, right? I'll give you $1,000.
Listen. I'm asking you a question because obviously we need your permission because this is recorded and it's a video. If Nestor winds up balling out, can we use a clip of literally what you just said and tag Old Takes Exposed?
Go tag whoever the fuck you want. I know I'm gonna be right. I know I'm gonna be right.
If he has a balling out season, bro, I'm gonna tag you with. If
I had a full head of hair like Sean, if I had a full head of hair like Sean, I would threaten to shave it if he actually had a sub-4 ERA this season.
All right, hold on.
But since I'm bald, I don't know what I can actually do to actually show how much I know. Not even guessing. Eyebrows. Okay, eyebrows are gone. Eyebrows are gone if he has a sub-4 ERA.
Hold on. All right, so because you mentioned something. First of all, your argument doesn't really make much sense to me because you're naming two all-stars, and I'm not saying all-star game players. I'm saying superstar players. Mike Trout's a superstar. Julio Rodriguez is already proven to be a superstar, right?
Go ahead. Cortez, finish, and then I'll say what I was going to say.
Nestor Cortez has had one good season.
So has Julio, bro. He broke out this year.
21, bro. He's played one season.
He's 21 years old.
So that's one for one. So you can't use the one season thing as an excuse because
hold on.
So both of them broke out this year.
This is my point. Going into let's say the 2020 season was a normal year. Life didn't fall into shambles, right? Would you rather have, because this is a very similar point that I'm about to make, would you rather have, and don't interrupt me here, I'm going to say it, would you rather have a 2019 Max Kepler at 36 home runs, 90 RBIs, 252 hitter, top 20 in MVP, or, well, let's just say the Mike Trout now who's declining with the injuries, let's just say, right?
Yeah.
Who would you rather have going into the 2020 year?
I mean, how old was Kepler at that time?
He's going into 27 at the 2020 year.
Kepler,
Coming off
again, he's younger.
his career
I'm
year.
gonna Kepler because he was younger. Again, I'm always gonna go with the youth, bro. I'm always
Future
gonna
Hall
go
of
with
Famer,
the
dude.
youth, especially if it's good youth. If it's crappy youth, I don't go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Then what happened
IKF
after that
is
year?
young and he's trash. I don't care about IKF because
but then what happened? What happened after Kepler's year?
Well,
He fell off a cliff. After Kepler's year, he fell off a cliff. And Mike Trout is still an all-star.
This is the most.
He had 40 home runs last year in 100 games.
I wanted to go deep into this Twitter thing, but this definitely answered everything I needed to know. This is perfect. I appreciate
you guys love to mess with me, man, and go at me. Like
trust me, I think you're messing with yourself there.
We're
bro,
not messing with you, but this is a self-own.
All right, hold on.
Crazy, man.
This is the last thing I'm going to mention for this episode, and because we said we were going to do it, going into the left field conversation, right? Real quick. What? Okay. What? I think I already know this answer here, but kind of keeping it onto this conversation. Let's just say left field is. It seems like Aaron Hicks is somehow possibly still be a Yankee, even though listening back to the live we did, Alex said that if Josh Donaldson and Aaron Hicks are still on your team, then it was a failure, which is 100% true. We've all three agreed. And it seems like that's going to be the case as of right now. I don't think Aaron Hicks will be a starter. I think he'll have to. I can't even believe I'm saying this. I think he'll have to compete with Oswaldo Cabrera. But let me ask you, I just wanted to know, who would you rather have, Oswaldo Cabrera at left field or Brian Reynolds?
Bro, Brian Reynolds.
Okay.
Easy.
So how does that work? How does that work?
Because Brian Reynolds is still young, isn't he? Brian Reynolds is in his mid-20s, isn't he?
But Cabrera's younger.
Yeah, but Cabrera's
no. But hold up. What did I say?
Hold on. I'll tell you right now.
What did I say earlier? What did I literally just say when I used IKF as an example? I don't care if you're young and you're trash. Okay, you got to be young and talented, which Nestor is.
So Cabrera's young and trash?
No, but he's not as talented as Reynolds.
But Reynolds is
older. If you got, bro, like literally, if you got a choice between two young talented guys, you're always gonna go for the more talented, don't you think? Because age is a moot point at that point because both of them are young.
That's exactly what the Nestor Verlander argument is. Yeah. It's exactly the same argument.
No, because both of them are, bro. You're talking about 12 years difference between both of them, bro.
But we're talking about different levels. I can't put my microphone any lower than the floor of talent. The levels of talent are so. I can't go lower than the floor. I can't go lower. I can't open a hole in my floor. This is not my house.
Bro, you just chose Max Kepler over Mike Trout going into a 2020 season. Did you not?
Again, if I was given the choice because of the health issues, yeah.
Okay.
And again, Alex,
this is before Trout's health issues.
¿Qué clase de traicionero tú eres, compadre? Yendo con
bro, Cubans are trash. Cubans are trashy people, and so whatever.
Oye, no hables así de nuestra gente, mijo. Don't talk like that about people.
I'm an insurance guy. What do you think insurance rates are so freaking big in Miami? Because of fucking Cubans, bro. No, hold on, bro. They're trash, bro.
They're trash. Nah, amigo, nah. Oye, yo no voy a dejar que tú hables de nuestra gente así. Olvídate eso. Mira.
Bro, so no come minga.
Just to translate for you, bro. I'm like, you're not going to trash our people. That's what I was telling him.
And I know what you were saying.
Okay.
I can't speak, but I can hear. I can understand.
Cubans are dog water, bro. That's exactly.
Nah, no joda, amigo. No joda.
Dog water, bro.
Nah. No hable así de nuestra gente, bro. ¿Cómo tú vas a hablar así de Nestor, bro? Again.
I'm not saying that Nestor.
You literally said that you can't go any lower. You're
talent. The gap in talent. No, the gap in talent, bro. I bet Nestor would tell you the same thing, bro. The gap in talent. I can't go any lower than the floor. The gap is still huge. Verlander is a monster even at 40.
You don't know if he will be. He's turning 40.
You don't know if Nestor will go back to what he was. You don't know.
You're absolutely right. I don't. I don't.
But I know what I'm going to get from Verlander
because of the youth.
But no, but I know what I'm going to get from Verlander. I know what I'm going to get from him.
The probability is more on the side of the youth, bro. When you got two guys that had
all-star seasons, but we're talking about a gap in talent that's still monumental. Bro. It's monumentally wild.
It's not even close because
it's not even close.
17 seasons of Verlander proving how good he is.
Again, that's great. That's great for what he used to be, what he did in the past. We're talking about
last
year. What's the past?
We're talking about 2023. How do you know he's going to be the same guy?
Year ever last year.
How do you know he's going to be the same guy in 2023? That's all I'm saying.
But I know what I'm going to get from Nestor Cortez. I know what I'm going to get.
Bro, you don't. You don't know what you're going to get from him, just like you don't know what you're going to get from Verlander.
Let me ask you something, Enrique, real quick. Brian Reynolds. Like we were talking about Brian Reynolds in left field. Why on earth? Let me tell you this. Why on earth? Why on earth have the Pirates not asked the Yankees for Nestor Cortez in a trade?
Eso es mentira, amigo. You're such a hater, bro.
I'm not a hater. It's just the reality. If he was such a top flight guy, that deal will get done today because he's under control for 3 more seasons, just like Brian Reynolds. He's a quote unquote top of the rotation guy. He's not. Why not? No, he's not. No, absolutely not. But regardless, we're talking about a guy that literally nobody wants to trade for because of the fear that he'll revert back to what he used to be. Because there's a great possibility that it could. There's a
possibility that anything could happen. That's what I'm saying.
No. But the likelihood, about odds here. The odds that he could go back to what he was are the same as him taking a step forward in his career. They're exactly the same. Yeah. He's not a player on the ascent. He's not a player on the ascent.
No, bro, he was a freaking all-star.
So what? So was Chris Capuano.
Yeah,
Yankee legend.
That's a name.
He was an all-star too. So who knows what the hell you're gonna? The odds that he's gonna revert back or take a step forward in his career are exactly the same. That's why nobody with a brain in baseball will trade for this kid. They won't do it. The risk is too big because if he was worth it, that trade would have gotten done already. Because he's a top flight pitcher, supposedly, right? A top flight lefty pitcher.
He is, bro.
No, so why hasn't the trade happened? Why hasn't the trade happened? They wanted top flight pitching. They wanted a badass pitcher in return, right? Do
you not think maybe the Yankees don't want to trade him? Did you ever think that?
Absolutely not,
bro.
No,
bro.
Absolutely not. If you tell me right now that the Yankees got an offer on the table for Oswaldo Peraza and Nestor Cortez for Brian Reynolds, if that's the offer, they would have done that shit weeks ago. But it's never been there. It's never been there because the Pirates have never, ever asked for Cortez in return.
Because the Pirates want freaking Dominguez. What? They want Volpe. They want top tier, bro.
They want top tier pitching.
They don't want guys from the major leagues.
They want top tier pitching.
But they don't want guys from the major leagues. They want prospects.
But 3 years of control. He has 3 years of control. What more do you want?
But yeah,
you might be enough. That's more than enough.
That's not what they want, though, man.
And team friendly. This dude's getting nothing.
And again, for all you know, the Yankees don't want to trade him, bro. You're assuming.
No, but the Pirates haven't even asked for him. The Pirates haven't even asked for him.
With Brian Cashman when he's taking phone calls.
No, but common sense will tell you that call never happened. Never happened.
Por favor, Alex.
100%. That call, common sense will tell you that call never happened. Common sense will tell you.
No chive, mijo.
This was great. This was exactly what I needed.
Good. This was real good.
Yeah, because y'all boys want to freaking single me out, bro. You want to gang up on me and tag team on me.
We're not singling you out. We're asking for your opinion, and we want it to be very, very.
We could have answered all these questions, and we would have probably had the same or similar answers. Me and him argue all the time with each other, but
yeah, we don't agree on everything.
Your takes. I'm keeping this PG here. Your takes sometimes are definitely on the other end of what I would think.
But you know what? That's the beauty of life, dude. Not everybody has to think the same.
No doubt about it.
Not everybody has to think the same. And like I said, for all you know, I could wind up being right, and I could literally get footage of this and tag y'all with
Please
con
do.
esta gente with
If
freezing
you're
cold
right, we
takes
won
or
a World
whatever,
Series. If
and
you're
y'all
right, we won a
come
World
out
Series.
with a freezing cold take or whatever.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
but
Just
if
like
you're,
I could be wrong. That's the beauty of sports talk radio and,
no,
and
but
podcasting.
if you're right here, we're World
This is
Series
personal.
favorites right now, and we're not.
Yeah.
Because we're just
No.
not.
This rotation, you're talking about a whole different situation now. Again, we're talking rotation, and you were for some reason singling out our compatriot Nestor Cortez for some reason, and
Yeah, because I have my opinions about the kid, and so does and you have a different opinion. That's why I want to really show what's going on here. Is that I know I see what's in front of me. Like I see these. I saw what's in front of me. What I saw in front of me is a 5-inning pitcher. That's what's in front of me. That's exactly what's in front of me. The innings don't lie. The numbers don't lie. So
okay,
he's a
and
5-inning
that's
pitcher.
fine. You could still be successful as hell being a 5-6 inning pitcher.
But that's exactly
There's
why
no
the
9-inning
Pirates
pitcher anymore.
don't
Dude,
want
that
him.
doesn't exist. Garrett
That's why
Cole doesn't
that's
go
why
9
no
innings.
MLB team actually wants him in a trade for anything of value.
Yo.
It's true.
All right, this is the final thing I'm going to ask. Because it's been a very long episode. This is the final thing I'm going to ask. It's playoff time. It's, let's just say, because this is never going to happen, Game 7 of the World Series. You got, I don't even know, Nestor Cortez on the bump for the Yankees against Justin.
In a Game 7.
In a Game 7, right?
Nah, bro, it would be
Yeah.
cold.
Hold
It
on,
would
hold
be
on.
cold
Hold
in
on.
Game 7.
How do you know the rotation didn't pan out a certain way?
Hey, let's just
You
say,
don't know.
right?
You don't know.
Who knows? Let's say Nestor,
no.
Garrett Cole gets hurt and Nestor.
Garrett Cole pitched Game 6.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We had to battle back some way.
We had to
right?
battle back. Yeah.
If he pitched Game 6, it would be Rodon in Game 7, bro. Let's be real.
Okay. Let's once again.
Let's say Rodon pitch Game 5. I don't know.
Ay, Dios mío.
We're giving a
como
hypothetical
joven.
question, Enrique. Forget about what happened. It's hypothetical. We don't know the future here. Go ahead.
I just want to ask you, Game 7, Nestor Cortez, Justin Verlander. Who, if you going into that, you're seeing that on paper, in your mind, you're at the game, whatever you want to believe. Who are you looking at saying, "Oh, I like this team has the edge because of the starting pitcher"? Who are you saying for the 2023 season?
Again, you don't know because you don't know what either of those guys are going to
On
be.
paper.
That's why I'm
On
asking.
paper.
I'm doing exactly what
Oh.
y'all said and going based off last year because
guess.
there's no way to know what these guys are going to be in 2023.
Exactly.
That was the whole
That's why we're asking you.
focus
That's why
on
we're asking
my
you.
point
That's why
about
we're asking
crowning
you.
the Mets or giving them all this credit of what they're going to be because you don't
Okay.
know.
Okay,
No
but
one
that's why we're
crowned them.
asking this question.
We said from 101 to 105 is probably what's going to happen because they got better. But back to what I just said. Game 7, we have no idea what Nestor does. We have no idea what Verlander is going to do. You see that matchup. Who do you like in that game?
Well, you know what? Based on all I can do is base it on what they did last year because again, I don't know what each of them are going to be in 2023. And based on last year, I'll ride with Nestor, dude. I'm sorry, I'll ride with Nestor and I'll ride with this freaking bullpen. God willing, the Yankees make some other moves to fortify it. You know what I'm saying? Bring in somebody other than Tommy Kahnle and whatever. And with that matchup, especially like Alex said, the fact that I don't think either of them goes 9 innings because there's no such thing as a 9-inning pitcher anymore. With that matchup, I feel confident in Nestor and in our bullpen more so than the Mets. Will I be super confident and be like, bro, we got this? Verlander's nothing. Again, I don't know because I don't know what he's going to be. But if we're basing it just off what he did last year, of course I'm going to be a little worried. This whole hypothetical, bro, you don't know what either of them are going to be.
No, you're right.
That's
don't. Why I asked you. That's why I wanted to know. I just wanted to know your point of view. That's all. That's why
my point of view is the same point of view I've been saying since we started this episode. That you cannot judge teams based on paper when we haven't even played a spring training game yet. How about we get to the regular season? How about we get to April and see what we see?
Sure. But let's
get to April. Let's get to the dog days of summer. Let's get to the trade deadline. And maybe if they don't get a left fielder before the season starts, maybe they get one at the trade deadline and fix that issue. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I could keep going. Like I could ask you if Montas is more on your radar than Verlander, but I'll save that for another time.
I don't
Because
see
Montas is
again
way
based
younger,
on what I saw last year. I don't have faith in Montas because of what I saw last year.
but
Again,
he was great in Oakland.
all I can do is go on what I saw last year. Now he
But
could prove me
he was
wrong
awesome
too,
with
and he
them.
could have a great year like Alex and you are expecting. He could prove me
Well,
wrong,
I don't expect it. I hope it because he's going to be a number 5. So, but
but you
I
don't know, bro.
hope that's why he's going to be number 5. But I do believe if I had to, and I will say this, I believe off of my on paper projections, whatever you want to say, that by the end of it all, I hope Montas is the pitcher that we traded for, a 3.18
So, bro,
ERA.
your mouth to God's ears, bro.
Yeah, but then I do believe that by the end of the year, Nestor should be your number 5. That's what I think because he's already a number 4, and
Num-
Frankie should be the number 2 that we traded for, right? And he's probably, and I don't think he's gonna be better than Severino. Hopefully, Severino is on the field the whole season for once, and Carlos Rodon should be, Garrett Cole should be, and then I figure with the shift gone, Nestor Cortez kind of comes back to reality. I'm not saying he's had a great year and a half. I'm not taking that away from him. He is definitely on a different level. I'm very grateful for who he is. But if I had to be realistic, I'm not going to go in thinking he's going to do this for the rest of his career. I don't even think
you
he's going to
don't know. Let's take it.
either.
Let's take it 1 year at a time, dude.
Exactly.
Let's take it 1 year at a time. Who is talking about the rest of their careers? Like I'm not even talking Juan Soto rest of his career. I'm not talking
100%.
Julio Rodriguez rest of his
I was
career.
talking
Let's take it
2023.
1 year at a
But
time. Let's worry about 2023. How about
exactly.
that?
You're 100% right. That's why we asked you in 2023 about those guys.
But it's
So
impossible to ask that, Sean. That's what I'm saying.
not
It's
really
impossible.
impossible. You know, I wasn't asking you to know the answer, but just like every analyst, like every beat reporter, every person who writes for baseball, they give their projections, they give their predictions. Every Major League Baseball, anything, writer, producer, radio host, anybody, they come in and say, you know what? I think this guy's going to do this. Like we could say right now, who's winning the AL East? What do you think?
I mean, you gotta go. You gotta go with the Yankees, right? Like
Why
Boston
would
hasn't
you go
gotten
up
better.
of what we've done?
Tampa hasn't gotten better, but Toronto might be their biggest competition. But that's it. I mean, and Baltimore might be better, but that's it. There's really nobody else except
Okay.
Toronto that's at their level.
All right. And well, that's why I'm asking. I'm not asking you to know the answer. I'm asking just to give me what you think's going to happen in 23, and we gave you what we think's going to happen in 23. But this is it, and I'm ending it on this because this has been Yankees Mets this entire time. Who has more wins in the regular season, Yankees or Mets?
You might be surprised by my answer on this one, but go ahead.
I say the Yankees.
Before you answer, Enrique, I think it's going to be the Yankees.
I
say
think
the Yankees
because the Mets are in a freaking juggernaut of a division.
Exactly. I'm. That's why I asked you because I agree. I think the Yankees will because AL East has definitely died down a tiny bit, and the NL East is brutal right now.
Brutal.
It's Philly's division, bro.
But it's
top Philly's division. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's right there. All three are right on top of each other. 1B, 1A, 1B, 1C.
Yeah, they're all ones.
Atlanta's right there. Atlanta's packed for the next 5 years, and then the Nationals are trash, and the Marlins will be something decent in about 2 years. So it's a tough division.
Very.
And then, who goes farther in the playoffs next year?
Right now, with the rosters as they are right now.
Yeah, right now. Not projecting Brian Reynolds or if they go out and get a third baseman now.
Or
now they're talking about Manny Machado and Shohei Ohtani. Just this right here.
I gotta go Yankees because I feel like and I started the show with this and I'll end it with this, Sean. I feel like the Mets always find a way to screw it up. Always.
Okay. No, I'm asking because when we get to the end of the year, I'm gonna pull all this stuff back. Who's right? Who's wrong? I'm gonna be wrong about stuff. Alex gonna be wrong about stuff. You are gonna be wrong about some things. And then we pull it all together. We see who's the jackass, and we find out. So,
final point though, out of those two teams, Yankees, Mets, who was the last one to go to a World Series?
That's right.
That's right.
And they lost. It's what I said, bro.
Okay. Did they got
It's
there?
what I said. They
Yeah, I
always
wish
find
we
a
could
way
get there.
to met. They always
That's
find
more,
a way to
that's,
screw it
they
up.
got more bragging rights than we do right now at this very moment.
That they do. That they do. Recent bragging
Recent,
rights
yes.
they do.
What-
But overall, I
Sure.
still say their little brother, 100%.
Yeah, well, it sparks
They
the
need to
conversation.
win one, bro, to even start to be able to gain rights to talk crap
Sure.
to us.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's my opinion. I
that's
could be
why they're
wrong.
doing
Y'all
what they're
could
doing.
disagree, but I
That's
feel
why
like until
I
they
agree.
don't win one, they got no say.
Their payroll shows me they're trying. The
Yes.
payroll shows me they're trying.
I agree
Doesn't
with
mean
you that
anything,
once
bro.
they win, then they have the bragging rights. I'll give you that one, sure. But they're doing everything that it takes to do that, while the Yankees are
100%.
sitting on
And the Yankees still have
already.
Aaron
They
Hicks,
already have put
Josh
themselves.
Donaldson, and IKF still on their roster.
Who would have thought that we still have IKF, Josh Donaldson, Aaron Hicks still on the roster, bro?
And pitchers
That's
reporting.
I
tonight.
know.
Pitchers
Since
reporting.
know.
tonight.
our last episode, you know how many people we've mentioned that got designated for assignment?
Yeah.
It will, and that'll be another episode. But that's why the Mets fans are bragging, because they are believing in what Cohen's doing.
They have no holes in their 40, bro. They
Yeah.
have no holes in their 40. We have 3 gaping holes in our 40-man roster right now that we still wake up every morning and we hope that they're not there anymore, but they're still there. That's why the Mets can talk as much shit as they want, because they're getting run correctly.
Well,
On
that
paper,
is
bro.
a perfect
On paper.
but it's a perfect wrap to this beautiful episode that took way longer than we wanted to. But that is a wrap from episode 38 of this hot Esquina podcast. It was hot, all right, but it was good. It was exactly what we needed. We will be back hopefully soon. Hopefully the Yankees do something to the point where we have something to talk about. But till next time, from me, Enrique, Alex, go Yankees.